みんなとか
See a lot of like Korean.
Yeah, I'm ready to be Korean.
I'm always scary like how the 요즘 느낀 점은 많이 입는 것 같아.
really surprised. First I was like I couldn't really understand why.
Swarm of people, which is very unique because in my country
Basically 1-2 men that I just see they're dressed like that.
例えば春やったら男の人はなんか青色のシャツにみんなジーンズとか結構決まった形のファッションが多いと思いました。女性はなんかフレアデニムなんかジーンズのこうやってピュイーンってなってるやつなんかピタッとした感じの服で綺麗な服が多いと思いました
One thing that I noticed is I really enjoy like the baggy look that I see a lot of like Korean people wear, especially like the Hongdae fashion. Like I really like it. Yeah.
I noticed all of Korean youngsters always wearing baggy clothes and baggy jeans like this. Like
In my baggy
jeans like Yo, good. I like to copy some fashion from another country and I love Korea so much, so that's why I'm wearing this baggy jeans and baggy clothes. Yeah, I'm ready to be Korean.
I noticed one thing, like the girls, even if it's really cold, everything, they dress like it's summer, like really tiny thing, and I'm like, how are they not cold? Like I'm always scary, like how are they not cold? Yeah, very short thing, and they are supposed to be freezing. Like normally you are freezing like that, and I'm like, how they do that? Like I'm freezing with everything, and they're just walking like that with just tiny thing. I'm like, I would say every place in Seoul.
I have some friends who's from Korea in my dormitory too, and like they like wear the old black clothes, like very black, and like they only wear the black and white. In my image, you might mention it, and also like that their hair is like very straight. It's not like never curly hair. Like I think it's pretty cool, but it's really different from Japan. It's not only black and white. Like we have a more color maybe. It's very interesting for me.
The first thing I noticed when I arrived was in summer. The thing I noticed was the slipper. Everyone was wearing slippers and I was really surprised. And at first I was like, I couldn't really understand why. Then I noticed that it rains a lot in summer. The rain is really strong, but in Turkey it is usually dry. So I was really surprised. And then I noticed that in winter they also wear slippers. And then I was again confused. And now I noticed that it is probably like they just go outside for Pyeonijom or like to a cafe to buy ice Americano in winter. So it was such a culture shock, but now I understand. It is also a sense of fashion. I'm a bit confused still. And my parents were also, they came here to visit me. It is freezing cold. It is -16. Why do they wear slippers? And I was like, probably they are just like going somewhere close. But I really like the fashion as well. They usually wear comfortable clothes.
Rahatlar.
Especially like maybe people around me. They look really comfortable and puksin sometimes, like these kind of things, especially in winter. Like people wear sports shoes a lot, not really high heels, but maybe because I'm taking the subway a lot.
Yeah, I really like the North Face jackets. I feel like Korean people love the brand. They love the brand so much. And I also have started to love the brands too. So like Shinsegae department store, you'll find all the brands there. And Hyundai department store, Lotte department store.
요즘 느낀 점은 서울 사람들은 대부분 그 오버사이즈를 많이 입는 것 같아요. 와이드 팬츠랑 좀 크고 편안한 옷. 저도 옛날에 그냥 레귤러 청바지를 좋아했는데 사무실에서 계속 앉아 있다 보니까 그게 불편하잖아요. 그래서 좀 더 편한 옷으로 좀 더 큰 바지로 바꾸게 됐어요. 되게 편해요.
Well, at uni, I noticed that people wear sweatpants to uni, and I was like, not really my thing, but in general, like the Koreans are very sophisticated. I really love. They wear nice shoes. They like the businessmen with their suits and their nice coats, and the women on heels and everything. Only the one thing I find a little sad, everything's so dark, especially in winter. It was like all colored and nice during summer, but during winter, everybody goes to the big puffer coats, really long ones. It's so sad. Like you see like a swarm of people in black coats, and I think like Seoul could use a little bit more color during winter. That's my only thing. Yeah, I wouldn't say very colorful, but like at least we have some gray, we have some green, blue. Like the scarves and hats are often more colorful, but not black, not always black. It's like just a little bit of color. That's enough.
I think Korean people think a lot what to wear. I think that they look very clean and personal. People have different things. Some people wear baggy clothing or look clean with coats or with scarves, and I think that's very nice. It's more different than in Europe. I think in Europe, if there is a hype from fashion, if a new jacket comes out and it's trendy, a lot of people buy it. And here in Korea, the people wear more different things. They have their own personality more in their clothing. Yeah, I like how the people look here.
I just love their fashion. I love Korean fashion culture. I love their baggy clothes. They wear a lot of solid colors, and I love their hair, the short hair. I cut my hair when I came here. Yes, because I wanted short hair. Like Koreans, a lot of the times have really short hair. So I love that. And generally, I think that it really represents Korean culture in their clothing because it's very comfortable. There's a lot of streetwear. I enjoy it. I love shopping here. I bought everything from here. Yes. I love shopping here.
I think that it's a bit similar for like in Europe. Men and women, there's a great difference in how they dress. But women have a lot of choice. I think I've never seen two women wearing the same kind of style clothes. And men usually they have these long coats, long dark coats, and the pants great or dark pants, and the big like the suits, corporate suits a bit, or like the baggy jeans. Also, I see a lot of dark shoes also, which is really good. I love their style, but basically two men that I just see they're dressed like that. But it's really fashionable, but it's one kind of style, but it's really beautiful. In France, like women, they dress a bit more corporate even when they hang out. Here in Korea, there's really a lot of diverse different styles, some kind of atypical, kind of like when you go to Hongdae or in center of Seoul, people are really dressed, the women, they are really dressed in their own style, and you feel that there is a artistic, they like their dress. And plus there's so many like pop-up stores and different stores. Like I went to Seongshu. In France, there are not similar neighborhood like that where there are so many stores with so many different kind of stuff. I think in France there's more diversity, but people, they dress more sober, like sobriety, less colorful.
Well, lately one thing I guess generally I noticed is that tend to be less colorful than I'm used to at home. Like I wear kind of bright colors and pink usually, but here I've noticed a lot of like tan and brown and white and black. The girls wear pretty short skirts, but then they don't show much of their shoulders. So that's something that I noticed I was doing a lot of that I think wasn't right at first. I needed to do less of.
Oh, heaps. Very, very beautiful fashion. I think people they're not scared to express how they feel and they dress in that way as well. It looks very nice, very professional, and because of the weather, especially now that it's cold, people dress very warm, the puffer jackets, and I think it's very fitting for the environment.
Well, it seems people wear much baggier clothes, like baggy jeans, big shoes compared to England.
Yeah, people are quite expressive, I think. They wear what they like and quite bold, I like it.
Yeah, everyone wears whatever they want, it's nice.
Yeah, I prefer the Korean fashion. It's pretty cool out here, yeah.
Yes, actually I was really impressed about the Korean people because I was in some other Asian countries, and what I noticed is that South Korean people are really well dressed. They have a good style, they're classy, they try to express themselves by dressing, by them clothes, and it's actually really nice to see. I think they have a good style of clothes. Yeah.
I noticed one thing, that they are really good at fashion. Even me and my wife, we plan to buy something in Korea, the clothes, because it's everyone, when I see the website, always Korea fashion is the best and they have a quality. We're good. They know how to match the colors and they are really good at fashion. That's why I want to buy some clothes from Korea shop.
Something I've noticed is they like to wear dark colors. So like when you're walking on the street, you see just their color scheme is black, white or grey, or maybe like dark brown, which is very unique because in my country we see all kinds of color.